What were you doing when you were 17? Most of us were probably juggling homework, hobbies, and maybe a part-time job. But for one exceptional young man, he was quite literally playing with nuclear physics. Welcome to the extraordinary tale of David Charles Hahn, the radioactive Boy Scout. In 1994, while most teenagers were grappling with algebra and adolescence, David was assembling a nuclear reactor in his backyard shed. It's a remarkable story, filled with ingenuity, ambition, and unfortunately, a dangerous disregard for safety. David's journey began with an innocent interest in science, particularly chemistry. He earned a merit badge in atomic energy as a Boy Scout, sparking a fascination with nuclear energy that would define his teenage years. His ambition was not to be constrained by the limitations of a high school science lab. He wanted to delve deeper, to understand the mechanics of nuclear energy. And so, with a Boy Scout handbook as his guide, he embarked on a project to build his very own nuclear reactor. David's resourcefulness was astounding. He sourced materials from everyday items like batteries, old clocks, and lanterns. He even managed to acquire uranium from Czechoslovakia. His tool of choice? Good old-fashioned duct tape. In his mother's backyard shed, David assembled these materials, creating a functioning nuclear reactor. But this was no ordinary high school science project. Unknowingly, he was exposing himself and his surroundings to dangerous levels of radiation. The story exploded onto the media scene, earning David a notorious nickname, the radioactive Boy Scout. As news of his accomplishments spread, so did concerns about the safety of his experiment. The long-term effects of radiation exposure eventually led to David's untimely death in 2016. His story serves as a stark reminder of the power and peril of nuclear energy. In summary, David Hahn was a 17-year-old Boy Scout with a passion for science. He built a nuclear reactor in his mother's backyard using everyday objects, from batteries to old clocks, even uranium sourced from Czechoslovakia. His story became a media sensation, but the radiation exposure from his experiment would ultimately lead to his early death. David's story is both inspiring and cautionary. It demonstrates the potential of youthful curiosity and ingenuity, but also underscores the necessity of safety and regulation in scientific exploration. As we marvel at the radioactive Boy Scout's accomplishments, we must also remember the high price he paid for his extraordinary experiment.